Hey guys, Mr. I here. I just wanted to talk before our next lesson about practice norms. We should be practicing 30 minutes a day at least. If the task takes you more time, then it's all about finishing the task or the goal. You have two disciplines. You have snare and marimba. Usually we're going to have a snare week and a marimba week, so you can dedicate most of the time to that primary instrument. Although you might have little things you might need to work on the other instrument. Let's say it's a snare week. You might have a couple things you need to work on marimba in the background, and you might need to split it up 20 minutes on snare, 10 minutes on marimba. That way you can keep making progress on marimba, although the main objective is snare that week, and vice versa. The main thing we need to talk about here is how you should be practicing. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So how we practice is very important. So what do I mean by permanent? That means if you practice incorrectly, you will get good at doing it incorrectly. Let's say, for example, let's say the power goes out in your house. Has that ever happened to you? And you walk into the room and your mind knows the power is out, but you still flick the light on, right? That's muscle memory. That's because you've done that all your life, okay? And so you're used to flicking it on, even though you know that doesn't matter if you turn the light on because the power's off. So it's very important that you practice correctly, thoroughly, slowly, focused. Use your time efficiently. If you're focused and you're not playing on your phone and you don't have the TV on or whatever, or you're not in a room where you're going to get distracted, which I know we all have our challenges right now during this time, you're going to practice a lot more efficiently, okay? So you could practice for 45 minutes or you could get things done in 20. Practice is the most important thing we have for band right now. You should take it very seriously. We should not be sitting down, or we should not be on the floor unless we're using the floor on purpose for something. But most of the time we should be standing up with our pad at the correct level, standing up with the marimba at the right level, have our music stand behind the snare, have our music stand behind the marimba, have the music that we're referencing open and on the stand and we're looking at it. That's huge. A lot of kids get lazy and just try to figure it out without the music. Get the music out and put it on your stand and make sure you're reading. If you're not associating what I'm saying with what you're seeing, you're not going to develop the correct correlations that we need to with the music. And don't try to find shortcuts. Really understand it thoroughly. If I ask you to count out loud, if I am asking you to hold the stick a certain way, do it. And if you don't understand, ask. If you feel like you're struggling, I'm there to help you, and you need to also work hard. So the main gist of this is we want to make sure we take practice very seriously. Make sure you're in a space where your equipment can be taken care of. We don't want to put our things in the garage and expose it to the elements. We don't want to put it in a place where, your little brother or sister is going to knock it over and break things. We want to make sure we're in a quiet place. Usually your practicing is going to happen in your room, but you can close the door and make sure people aren't going to bother you. We don't want to lose our mallets and sticks. We want a place where our metronome and our stand and our instrument are ready to go. We don't have any obstacles in the way of us practicing. Half of procrastinating is not having the materials ready. If things are ready and prepped and in place, you're more likely to get the task done. So make sure you have no obstacles, everything's ready to go. Make sure you have good lighting and make sure you have your metronome handy. If you don't have your metronome or the metronome using on your phone handy, it's not practicing. You've got to use a metronome. I'm a professional and I don't have perfect timing. You're being trained this year to have great timing and good rhythmic ability. You're not practicing the metronome, you're not practicing properly. You got to use your metronome with everything. I'll have another video that I use for my drumline auditions to kind of talk about submitting video assignments and the angles that I need to be able to see to give you proper feedback. Quality of video is super important. We need to make sure that we're putting together our best practicing and then our best performance video when you're submitting things, because I'm just going to ask you to resubmit it. It kind of wastes your time because you're going to have to do it again, and it kind of wastes my time too because I have to watch it regardless. So let's make sure we're submitting the best videos possible in our best environment possible for a video and our practicing as well. All right guys, thank you.